let me give you a short list of some needs that various disabilities have. Like the deaf, they need sign language or pen and paper. You see, Helen Keller said about being deaf that she would rather be blind because deafness separates you from people. Deaf people are often somewhat frustrated because of the problems of communication. Another need that the deaf have is reading material at about a 5th grade level, because English is actually a second language. Their first language is sign language. The blind need help with transportation. They also need a sighted guide in unfamiliar surroundings. Emotionally unstable people need much time in counseling. They have their biggest problem in the middle of the night. Physically disabled people need ramps, accessible bathrooms, transportation, visitation to home and hospital, and something that we probably don't think about at all. They need help finding good in-home care. I have a friend that for 8 years had a terrible attendant, but she was stuck. She couldn't get rid of her because she had no one else, and she couldn't seem to get anybody to help her find a better person to do the job. Intellectually disabled also have some needs. A simple vocabulary. Classes geared at their educational level, and much patience. Scott is a perfect example of their needs. I was teaching a home Bible study at his house on the Belt of Truth when he said to me, "I go to these churches and I don't understand what's being said. How can I find truth? How do I know truth?" Common to all is the need for love and acceptance. Love and acceptance is something that, believe it or not, we choose. We choose to accept or we choose to reject. These choices we make every single day, and we don't even realize it. Rejection, I believe, is basically because of, 1, our fears, 2, a lack of understanding, or 3, our frustrations. We often get frustrated with things that we don't understand. For example, we have another church where I go to church that uses our building. I was very frustrated with them at one point because of some of the things that they were doing, until God spoke to me and said, "That's cultural." Once I realized that it was part of their culture, I then was able to relax and not be frustrated about it. They did not change. I did. I have found in my own experiences that the disabled community shows more love and acceptance than any other community that I have dealt with. Some of the characteristics of this group is a high value on friendship. Appearance means nothing to them. As long as you care about them, they're more interested about the person on the inside than the person on the outside. They overlook faults and they're forgiving. as a general rule of thumb. Oh, you're going to find one or two here and there that don't fit into that category, but for a general rule, they are very accepting of others and their differences. In general, they have much to give, and those who are not disabled have much to gain. I would like to share with you a little bit of a musical presentation that we did some time ago. This will give you an idea of how much these guys have to share.
I, Jesus, came to live on this earth. Amen.
It's been our privilege to share with you the friendship that Jesus can have with you. And we just appreciate you coming. We appreciate the fact that you have been here and shared with us at this occasion.
As you can see, they have much to contribute. God has a perfect plan for all of us. I had a pastor once that said, "The disabled teach compassion." And as I look around, I really see this as true. The Bible teaches us how we should treat the disabled. It also teaches us how pain and suffering create character within us. God knows the end from the beginning. He knows what it takes to cause us to be at the right place at the right time, to bring us to our fullest potential. I have seen this over and over again in the lives of my residents. One of the guys that was in my class moved 3 times in 6 years. Every time he moved, he invited me to come where he was presently living. I still teach in all of those places. I also see God's purpose in my own disabilities. Being legally blind, it provides for me financially. Cerebral palsy causes other disabled people to relate to me more easily. Learning disabilities have given me patience in teaching. Now, just because I understand God's purpose does not mean that I don't desire healing. God spoke to me one time and said, "I will heal you when it brings me the most glory and when the time is right." God knows what we need, not only the disabled, but the able-bodied as well. And He is able to bring about the best for all of us. If you keep in mind that disabled people are more like able-bodied people than they are different, this will help your fears to lessen. As your fears lessen, you will find that the more you learn about different disabilities will also lessen your frustrations. God knows what is best for all of us. I'm glad that He cares so much and helps us deal with these things. Experience new levels of caring in relationship, rewarding friendships. Real friends make disabilities disappear.